Hey everyone, Mike here. So I've been testing these Nautica men's running sneakers for the past 3 months, and wow, do I have some mixed feelings about these shoes. When I first heard Nautica was making running sneakers for around 45 bucks, I thought this could either be a hidden gem or a complete disaster. After putting over 200 miles on these shoes and really putting them through their paces, I can tell you it's definitely more complicated than I expected. Let me start with the elephant in the room. These shoes have a serious design flaw that almost makes everything else irrelevant. But before I get into that, let me tell you what actually works about these sneakers, because there are some genuinely surprising positives here. First off, the comfort level right out of the box is actually impressive. I'm 5'9", about 170, and when I first slipped these on, I was genuinely surprised by how plush the cushioning felt. The EVA midsole provides really nice step-in comfort for casual walking. During my typical 3-mile morning walks through the neighborhood, my feet felt supported and comfortable throughout the entire walk. The mesh upper is genuinely breathable, too. I've been testing these during some brutal Austin summer days. We're talking 85 degrees with high humidity, and my feet stayed relatively comfortable. The airflow through that mesh is actually better than I expected from a budget shoe. So when Nautica claims breathable comfort, they're not lying about that part. The styling is pretty clean too. I tested the navy and white colorway, and it's got that classic casual sneaker look that works well with jeans, joggers, even khakis for a casual Friday. Nothing revolutionary, but it's a design that just works for everyday wear. Now here's where things get interesting and concerning. The weight is really nice at about 12 ounces for a size 9. They feel light on your feet without feeling cheap or flimsy when you're wearing them. The sizing runs pretty true to size 2. I wear a 9 in most brands, and the 9 fit perfectly with medium thickness socks. But now we need to talk about the massive problem with these shoes, and it's something that completely undermines everything good about them. The plastic eyelets are genuinely problematic. I'm not talking about being rough with them or over-tightening. I'm talking about normal lacing tension that any other shoe would handle without thinking twice about it. During my second week of testing, I noticed stress on these cheap plastic components just from lacing them snugly enough for a secure fit. And I'm not alone in this experience. I've talked to several other people in my running group, and multiple people have experienced complete eyelet failure, sometimes on the very first wear. We're talking about a fundamental design flaw here. This isn't a case of user error or being too rough with the shoes. These plastic eyelets simply cannot handle the basic function of holding shoelaces at normal tension. I had to be extremely careful every time I laced these up, which honestly shouldn't be necessary with any piece of footwear. Let me talk about the actual performance though, because when they're working properly, they do deliver in some areas. For casual daily wear, they actually perform reasonably well. The lightweight construction makes them easy to wear all day, and that breathable upper kept my feet comfortable during warm weather testing. I tested them during some light gym sessions, treadmill walking, basic weight training, and they handled these activities fine. The grip on gym floors is adequate, and the flexibility allows for natural foot movement during low-impact exercise. But I want to be very clear here. Despite the marketing calling these running sneakers, I would not recommend these for any serious athletic activity. The support structure just isn't there for actual running. The cushioning is pleasant for walking and standing around, but push it beyond casual use and you'll feel the limitations pretty quickly. During longer walks, anything over 5 miles, you definitely feel that this is budget-level cushioning. Now let's talk about durability, because this is where things get really concerning. While my pair held together during the 3-month testing period with very careful use, the number of reported failures from other users suggests I might have just gotten lucky. The pattern is consistent across multiple people I've talked to. They love the initial comfort, but get burned by quality issues. The sole construction uses EVA plus TPR, which sounds decent on paper, but in practice, there are reports of sole separation within just a few months of use. Combined with the eyelet issues, you're looking at a shoe that might not make it through even light, regular use. Here's my honest assessment of where these shoes actually succeed and where they fail completely. On the positive side, the comfort for casual walking is genuinely good. The lightweight feel is nice, the breathability works as advertised, and the styling is versatile enough for most casual situations. The fit is true to size with adequate toe room, and the step-in comfort is surprisingly good for this price point. But the negatives are really serious. Those plastic eyelets breaking with normal use is a deal breaker. The overall build quality just doesn't justify even the budget price point. When you combine the eyelet issues with reports of sole separation, you're looking at a shoe that might not make it through even light, regular use. Let me address Nautica's specific claims here because I always like to hold brands accountable for their marketing. They claim high-quality materials and enduring durability. Based on my testing and extensive feedback from other users, these claims are a significant stretch. The materials might look decent in photos, but handling them reveals obvious compromises made to hit this price point. The breathable comfort claim, I'll give them that one. The mesh upper does provide decent airflow for casual use, and the comfort level is genuinely there when the shoes are functioning properly. But claiming these are suitable for gym sessions is misleading. They work for very light activities like treadmill walking, but they're not built for serious athletic use despite being marketed as running sneakers. After 3 months of testing, I'm scoring these at 5.5 out of 10 overall. Here's how that breaks down. Design and aesthetics get a 7 out of 10 for that clean, versatile look. Comfort quality also gets a 7 out of 10 because the walking comfort is genuinely good when they're working properly. But build quality and durability, 3 out of 10. Those plastic eyelets and overall construction concerns are just too serious to ignore. Breathability gets a 6 out of 10, decent for the price point. And value for money gets a 4 out of 10, because while the comfort is there, those durability issues completely kill the value proposition. So who should actually consider these shoes? They might work if you need emergency cheap shoes for very occasional use and you're extremely gentle with footwear. If you're budget conscious and understand the durability limitations going in and you only need them for very light, infrequent walking, they might serve that purpose. But look elsewhere if you need shoes for regular daily use, want something for actual exercise, or if you tighten your laces to a normal, secure fit. If you value durability and reliability, definitely spend the extra $15 to $20 for something with better construction. For better options in this price range, consider the New Balance 608 V5 for about $15 more. Much better durability. For actual running on a budget, look at the Asics Gel Venture 8. And for similar comfort but better build quality, check out the Adidas Cloud Foam Pure. My final take, these shoes are comfortable when they work, but the quality issues are too significant to overlook. If you're extremely budget constrained and need something immediately for very light use, they might work temporarily. But for most people, spending that extra $15 to $20 will get you significantly better reliability. If you do decide to buy these, despite the warnings, lace them very gently and consider them temporary shoes. Don't expect them to last more than a few months with regular use, and be prepared for potential eyelet failure at any time. That's my honest assessment of the Nautica men's running sneakers after 3 months of real-world testing. Let me know in the comments if you've had experience with these shoes. I'd love to hear if your experience matches what I found. And if you found this review helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more honest footwear reviews. I'll see you in the next one.